Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I am your host, the Ranting Monkey. And man, it's Wednesday already. Week is flying by. Big happenings today. Big happenings. Today is the day the Democrats have been waiting for since the last time they got embarrassed by Bob Mueller. Jesus Christ. Wow. It's almost like a weird version of battered wife syndrome at this point. They just keep coming back to him, and he keeps beating them up, and then they get embarrassed and look really stupid, and they're like, well, maybe if we go back to Bob one more time, maybe just one more time, he won't make us look like idiots this time. Now, gotta say, we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe there'll be some fireworks. Chances are there won't. Sorry, I forgot to take my medicine before this. I'm in a lot of pain, so bear with me as I start this shit. That was me talking into a cup as I was trying to drink. Least professional monkey on the internet. That's y'all's fault. You already know this. But so we go back to the 2016 election. Russia interfering, supposedly the Trump campaign colluding with them. Remember that good word, colluding. We don't hear much about colluding anymore. The only time we hear about colluding is when Donald Trump tweets out no collusion, because everybody's like, okay, it's not colluding, but there was definitely obstruction of justice. Oh God. Technically, if people, for lack of a better word, colluded to keep the truth away from, or to stop Bob from getting to the truth faster, even if they were telling the truth themselves, that's obstruction of justice. But you're gonna have a hard time convincing the American people that somebody needs to lose their job or go to jail because they lied when they did nothing wrong in the first place. It's just kind of a silly notion. So here's what the Democrats are hoping for. Okay, they're hoping Mueller is going to get up there. They're going to say, "Why didn't you make a recommendation?" And he's going to say, "I couldn't." And they're going to say, "Well, what would you have recommended?" And he's going to say, "I would have said throw the book at the bastard." I don't think that's going to happen. I think what we're going to see is a lot of dodging, actually, because this is not going to be comfortable for Robert Mueller at all. He's not going to get any love from the right. This is going to be, why didn't you stop this shit sooner versus why didn't you go further? That's the two sides that are going to be coming after this man today for 5 fucking hours. As I understand it, starting at 8:30 in the morning. 8:30 in the morning, they're dragging this man up there, start badgering with questions from people like, I didn't see if the entire Congress is going to get to question him, because they do that sometimes where anybody can come in that wants to, and if they do that, you know she gonna be there, y'all. You know the AOC gonna be up there making a damn fool of herself with questions written for her by PsyCat because she's not smart enough to think. And that's going to be great. But you'll also have people like Maxine Waters and Ted Cruz. All of them will have their hot takes, that what's going to get me on the news take. You're going to see very few people up there just going, "Bob, we thank you for what you did. I hope you have a great life." You'll see questions about why Lisa Page and Peter their texts went missing. That's a hard one to explain. That's a hard one. Yeah, we had this evidence, and we disappeared it right after they spoke to us. I mean, it disappeared. Yeah, it's oh my God, it's gonna be a shit show, y'all. And as far as I know, Sinatra is going to be live streaming it. he had asked me to be there with him, and if he still wants me, I'll definitely be there. But yeah, it's got 5 hours of this crap. 5 hours for them to get up there. And he already said when he did his statement right before he closed up, you know, he's like, I'm done. He's like, I'm not answering anything other than what I've told you here. I'm not. This is what I'm going to tell you. If you ask me again, this is what I'm going to tell you. So we'll see what happens with that. He's going to have his buddy. What the hell's that guy's name? I was kind of blowing up in the news yesterday for a little while. Oh God. I'm just going to call him Yeltsin. I can't remember his real fucking name. Like his number 2 man or some shit like that with him during the investigation. And Trump had tweeted out, oh, you know, that's how I can find it, because Trump tweeted that out and I responded to the guy who least professional monkey on the internet. Good morning, Jack.
Morning.
How are you this morning, man?
I'm doing well. I'm having a strange couple of days, but you know, it's pretty normal.
Ah, cool.
How you doing?
Oh man, I'm in so much pain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get any sleep at all?
No, of course not.
Dude, that sucks.
I know. The guy's name is Zebly. I forget it. I don't care about his first name, but Zebly is going to be next to Mueller. He wanted him there, and the Democrats said no. And he goes, well, I'm not testifying without him. So they said, okay. they're such hard asses over there in the House.
Why does Zebly sound like some kind of like cult leader title?
It does. The Grand Zebly.
Yeah, exactly.
But yes, it should be fun if you like politics. If you don't, what this is going to be for you today is people from each side grabbing onto their favorite soundbite and running with it for the next week. And for some of them, for the next 6 months, because that's how some of them are. That's how some people are. I don't like some people.
Because they're idiots.
They're really stupid.
I bet they smell funny.
And they're stupid.
Yeah, they're totally stupid.
Now, I have to say, the Democrats are taking a huge chance here.
A really risky, bold, stupid one.
Yes. There's no reason to do this. They already have the report. Nut says buffering for everyone. If it's buffering, guys, that is YouTube. I am using the normal thing. It's just them if that's happening. Sorry about that. Or your own ISP, guys. Where was I?
I've discovered there's a possible fix for that buffering thing.
Yeah.
Watch the stream on Chrome.
Oh, yeah. Necrosol says it's going on. Gut says it's going. Oh. Refresh if you can, guys. Hopefully that'll fix it. Again, it's not me. It's YouTube.
Yeah, I was having this problem watching Lords of the Night and Ricada Laws channels for the past like 2 or 3 weeks when it's live, and I switched over to Chrome and it never dropped once. It never buffered or anything. It was the weirdest thing. So I think they're playing favorites.
You also have to realize that they're getting ready to make this big change, so they might be testing stuff.
Yeah,
might be pulling on their system. I don't know what all they're doing over there.
It's just their way of gently poking their finger up your butthole.
Yeah, they're touching the monkey butt before they spank it.
Yeah, it's just a polite way of saying, "Hey, we're about to fuck you here."
We're gonna stretch that hole just a little bit before we ram it in there. Anyhow,
sorry, gotcha.
No, you're no. I know my topic today, so this is one where it's okay if we get a little distracted. I know where to bring it back, because we're not going to talk about this long because the testimony is not till later today. But I did want to talk about, excuse me, the possibilities. Oh my God! Now I start yawning. The possibilities of what could happen. When I mentioned it earlier, when I first said, you know, the Democratic Party with Bob Mueller, they really are like a battered wife. At first, there was nothing but love. They loved him. And then the report came out, and the pre-report came out. And they were like, what happened? And Barr was like, Bob said nothing happened. And they were like, oh my God. And that was their first black eye. And they're like, no, he wouldn't do that to us. Look, there's the Mueller report. And that was Bob pushing him down a flight of stairs. And then they're like, well, that doesn't mean just because he's done this that there's not going to be more indictments. And then everything was closed down, and that was Bob punching him in the stomach while they were pregnant. And so they're running back to him, going, no, but he's a good man. He only does this when he drinks. And this is their final time running back to Bob, hoping things turn out different. Somebody please let like Right Wing Watch or BuzzFeed know I'm using this metaphor, because I think they would make me famous. He compared it to beating a woman and pushing her down the stairs. Anyway, P-Dog, you can say that because you're black. I cannot repeat what you just said. Now that threw me off track, Jack. So what they're hoping is that Bob's going to come out and go, look, I couldn't do it because he's the president. To which they can all go, see, he's really guilty and should have been charged. And what Bob's really going to do, most likely, is come out and just repeat what he's already told them. And so this is a huge chance for them, because this is a chance for them to get egg on their face one more time for no fucking reason.
Well, see, they haven't fully walked into that door yet.
Right, yeah.
See, they didn't fall down the stair. They weren't pushed down the stairs. They fell down the stairs.
Yes.
They didn't get punched in the face. They walked into a fist. And they just haven't had enough. They're masochists, but they think they're right. And that righteous attitude is what is giving them these problems, because they can't get past the fact that there's no collusion here. They've already written the narrative. You have to abide by it. The testimonial is already written. You must acknowledge that this is gospel now. It's literally, their derangement syndrome is like a religion. It's that insane. And I really think that no matter what Mueller says on the stand, they're going to manipulate it into there's Russian collusion.
Well, they're not even going for the collusion anymore. This is all about the obstruction now, because they
can't
gave up
obstruct anything if there wasn't a crime. There has to be an underlying crime. That's the lunacy of this.
Well, technically, by legal standards, you can obstruct if there's not an underlying crime. Just no prosecutor in his right mind is going to charge that.
No, because they don't want to look like retards.
It's like, wait a minute, you want to charge the guy when nothing happened? Well, yeah.
Yeah, and how corrupt does that look? If you're like, well, he didn't do anything, but we're going to charge him anyway. They are pushing for a civil war at this point. It's like they really, really want not only to burn the system down, but to kill as many people as possible.
Fair enough. It's not a good look. And if they don't get something out of this, it just gives Trump another victory lap.
Yeah, they can't stop handing them to him. They're like, well, if he had a couple more medals, maybe people feel sorry for us.
If they should have let this one go. They should have just let it go and like, all right, look, he said that's his final statement. We're good with it.
Right? No, this is like Trump is like the Michael Phelps of politics. He just can't stop winning.
Right.
And it's insane, because when he said that speech, I'm going to keep winning, and then you're going to say, no, we're tired of winning, but we're not going to stop winning.
We're going to win some more, yes.
Yeah, he was not kidding. The guy is like Mr. Magoo. You know, he's Teflon. It's amazing. I kind of respect that in a weird way that I can't explain. Like, I kind of want to hang out with Trump just to see how he handles his day.
I just want to know if he's that smart or that lucky, because it's one of those two.
I don't know. I don't think it matters at this point.
It does to me, damn it. I mean, because I really would like to know, because if he's that smart, god damn, we need to save his brain when he's gone, Oh,
there's going to be studies written about this for centuries, because I don't think it really matters at this point whether he's a genius or just super, super lucky. It's a
You know,
mutant power either way.
Dreddens, I think is how you say that in chat, just said something. The Democrats have put so much in emotional investment into this that they feel like they have to grasp at the smallest straws so they can say they walked away from it with something to show for it. That's the problem right there. And you're absolutely, it's they're fucking emotionally invested in this.
Yeah, this is how you go broke gambling.
Yep.
You have to know when to walk away.
Sometimes you lose.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with losing occasionally. But it's how much you're losing.
Yep.
If you're all in and you're pot committed, you're a fool. You do not do that unless you know you have it.
If you're all in, you better be holding more than a pair of deuces, man.
Yeah, and that's all they've got is a bunch of deuce.
Diesel Dave said, could have used this 3 hours ago, but now bedtime. I apologize, dude. I'm in pain. I was trying to schedule this so it runs right into Sinatra's stream if he still is doing it. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Sometimes you lose bigly. That's right, Nuts.
Yep.
Sometimes you lose bigly. But the thing is, that emotional investment, that's what keeps getting them in trouble. That's why Mueller is going up to the hill today. It's because they're emotionally invested and they have to find something. It's that smallest straw you talked about. Absolutely. And because of that, again, unless there's some bombshell that I just don't see Mueller giving.
I don't either. I mean, he might
it's just
give them
another win.
Yeah, he might give them some tiny little thing, like his impression that he doesn't like Trump or whatever, and they'll grasp onto that. But it's going to look sad and pathetic. Like if you're at the carnival and you win the tiniest little keychain prize they have, when you were telling everyone you're going to get the big stuffed animal. Like Evolved Potato reminded us in chat, you need to know when to walk away and when to run. Because Kenny Rogers is a fucking national treasure.
Yeah, Brian Wilson did the first part of it. You got to know when to hold him, when to fold him. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that song. I walk around. I walk around the head. I walk around the house singing it all the time. It's one of my favorite songs. But that lesson there, knowing to hold him, fold him, walk away, and run, that is good life advice on many different levels.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you have to take stock of your position and say, can I afford to risk this? Yep. And the Democrats cannot do that right now. They cannot risk this. It's going to blow up in their face. And if nothing comes out of this, Trump not only counts this as a win, he uses it in his campaign ads. Look at all the money and time they're wasting on this frivolous nonsense instead of doing things for you, instead of doing the public's business. This is a personal vendetta, and he's right. It's looking more and more like a witch hunt every day.
The great thing is, think about this, Jack. Just a couple of days ago, the House voted to table impeachment. We're not even going to look at it. We're done.
Yeah, because they know that's a dead end. And the moderates know that this is insanely stupid during an election season.
So wait, so they table impeachment. Then they bring up the guy they think might give them a chance to impeach him. And then they're going to have their debates for president next week.
Yeah. And
are y'all drunk?
They're schizophrenic because there's an internal party conflict. They're having an internal civil war that they can't reconcile because they don't know how to fight somebody like Trump. It's sort of like a boxer trying to fight a martial artist. It's totally different styles. You don't know how to deal with that. How do you reconcile that? You're not used to watching feet, and Trump's over there doing some ninja shit with his dragon energy, and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Richo says Trump's not a genius, but wow, the Democrats make it easy for people to believe he is one. I think that's a huge part of it, to be honest. And it goes back to that emotional investment. It is very easy to manipulate emotional people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially if you're trying to make them cry. And, well, they like to complain a lot. So any little thing he does is like, oh, my God. So, he's trolling these guys half the time.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Well, he did it just yesterday. There was during Lords of the Night, Satsu brought up that Trump was in trouble again. Like, oh, God, what now? And the news is all reporting that Trump says he can do whatever he wants according to Article 2 of the Constitution. But as our news entertainers are prone to do, they only gave part of the story. When you read further into it, he was specifically talking about the Mueller investigation and the fact that if he wanted to, he could have fired Mueller. He could have fired Sessions earlier. He could have fired Rosenstein. He's the executive. He can fire all of them. Now, Congress can pull him in and be like, okay, you shouldn't have done that. We're looking into, oh, you did something wrong there. You have to go. But other than them impeaching him, he can fire anybody in the executive branch he wants. They work for him. That's who they work for.
Oh, but they shouldn't
now,
because he lost the popular vote.
I do have to point now. The chances of Trump like firing a low-level FBI agent, that doesn't happen. You know, it's a chain of command thing. But he's at the top of it. He can go, look, you need to end this investigation. Or I'm going to put somebody in who will. But he gave him that quote, man. Article 2 says I can do whatever I want. And they all jumped on it, man. Oh my God, he thinks he's king. Like, oh God, that's not what he said, you fucking idiots.
They didn't complain when Obama was doing a lot of this shit. The hypocrisy is more obvious than it used to be. I really think a lot of people are getting sick of this crap because it does come off like petty whining.
Oh, it does. Shroom says, don't forget yesterday the AOC wing lost hugely their vote to invoke BDS against Israel. Yeah, that the funny part of that is AOC, she kind of kept her head down. That is boycott, divest. What's the S for?
Sanction?
That might be it. Boycott, divest, sanction. I can't remember. It's basically a move to punish Israel for how they treat the Palestinians. So, of course, Omar and Tlaib, they were all over that shit. Yeah, we should be doing that.
Wow, shocker.
Yeah, right. And AOC, she went along with them. Presley, the fourth horseman nobody cares about.
Yeah.
She's the fourth horseman, irrelevant. She went against him. And their whole argument was because it was a resolution, a non-binding resolution. It wasn't a law, but
pointless.
It was indeed it was. It was a showpiece to show support for Israel, saying that I forget the exact wording, but basically Congress isn't going along with BDS against Israel. And they were up there. This is a First Amendment issue. It's a non-binding resolution, twat. No, it's not.
Non-binding resolutions are so fucking pointless. Talk about show ponies.
But yeah, they lost. I mean, they got beat bad on that one. Plus the Bengals were broken up, man. We're seeing the cracks in the facade. Nobody wants to be the ugly one.
It's true. And Presley's definitely the ugly one.
She is. Both physically speaking, which is sad because Rashid Tlaib is and I think AOC looks like a donkey. The other one,
hey, Swirly, you gotta specify who you're talking about when you're calling us twats.
Who's you clearly know nothing about the issue. Go do some research before speaking on things. Which things? You also have to be specific of which things.
Yeah, nobody knows what you're talking about. We're like 30 seconds ahead of you.
and we flow.
And most of the time we don't really care. So
yeah, you can think that all you want. But throw a specific out there. I love when people do go research. Research what? Where am I wrong?
Research what? The Thrilla in Manila? What are you talking about? I don't.
Yeah,
we make a lot of references on here. You need to be more specific. Is it a Simpsons reference? Because that's where about half of my quotes come from.
Maybe he thinks they're not like the Bengals. They're more like Bananarama.
Ooh, nah, because Belinda Carlisle really had that locked in as she was definitely the hot one.
I thought she was in no, Belinda Carlisle wasn't.
Well, she was in the Go-Go's, wasn't she?
Go-Go's, yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell all the 80s bands looks alike.
Yeah, but
Whatever did
Melinda was
happen to Bananarama?
AIDS. I don't know. It was the 80s. It's probably AIDS. Anyway.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's going on. I saw a story that really bothered me, Jack. It almost made me MGTOW.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy I'm married. So we talked yesterday quite extensively about Andy, whatever his name is, from Screen Junkies and what's happened with him. He for those of you guys who weren't here,
Like me.
he got involved with a fan who ended up working there, and she came out right after Me Too blew up. He was like the second or third person that got accused with the whole Me Too thing.
Oh,
She
okay.
accused him of sexual assault, and Andy did the smart thing, which everybody really does think makes you look guilty, but he immediately ran out and got a lawyer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Always get a lawyer.
And his lawyer told him to shut the fuck up.
Yep.
So he didn't say nothing. He hasn't said nothing until not yesterday, but the day before now. And he came out with a video because he had a lawsuit that was going on. That's all settled. So everything is settled. And he came out with receipts, Jack, showing his bitch was lying.
Nice.
Not only did he not sexually assault her, she was begging for the dick she was getting.
Ah, well, good for him, man. That's the way to do it. If somebody accused you of something, shut your mouth and get a lawyer. That's all there is to it. And then sue them for defamation.
The only thing he did wrong was that he was married. So he's a cheating piece of shit.
Yeah, but adultery isn't illegal in most states anymore. I mean, you got to be in like Alabama.
And the ones they are, nobody prosecutes it unless they're being a dick.
It's like sodomy laws. Everybody likes a blowjob, so they don't really go for those anymore.
So we had that story yesterday, and then today I read it. Well, I guess now we had that story 2 days ago. Now today, I read this story. It's about this guy. What's his name? Bruce Hay. He's a professor at Harvard.
I saw something about this. Was he like an instructor about like sexual prevention or something like that?
He's actually what is he? He's he teaches a class on judgment. A class on judgment. Real quick, Ryan says infidelity isn't illegal. It was illegal in a few states, at least back when Clinton was going through his shit, because that people used to look it up and talk about it. I don't know if they've gotten all of those laws off the books or not, but it was for a while.
Yeah, it's probably still legal in some boony states and the military, and that's about it.
Yeah. Conduct unbecoming, my friend. It gets you for anything.
Yeah.
So anyway, Bruce Hay here. He's got a weird story before we even get to the weird story. He lives with a woman who is not his wife, but used to be.
Strike one.
They have 3 kids together, 2 of which were born. Is it 2? Yeah, I think it's 3 total kids. 2 of which were born after they divorced.
Strike 2. He's gone back to the tap for multiple screw-ups.
They have an agreement that they won't get. Okay, depending on who you ask, we'll give his version first. They have an agreement that if you get serious with somebody, if you get into a relationship with somebody, you have to move out. He took that to mean he could have one night stands.
Yeah, that's how I would take that too.
She said, no, that's not what that was. That is if you get in any relationship, you have to go.
That's not a relationship. That's just a banging.
Either way, he went past that anyway. So, but that was his life. Okay. When all of this started.
Yeah. He's bad at making decisions. Okay.
Yeah. He taught a judgment class at that point. Yeah. Right.
Was it an inexpensive one? So it's a poor judgment class.
It better be a poor judgment class. Because the name on this, or the title of this, the most gullible man in Cambridge, a Harvard law professor who teaches a class on judgment, wouldn't seem like an obvious mark, would he? Well, after what I just heard, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. The guy would be telling me stupid.
That'd be the guy I went after. So anyway, He's walking down the street one day. He bumps into this chick, and she asked. He was going to shop. They were in a store. Sorry, they were in a store and they were shopping. And he was going to pick up whatever it was he needed. And she stopped him to ask what she wanted was. And he told her where. And she goes, "You're really attractive." He's an old white guy.
I'd be like, "What? I don't have any money. Leave me alone. Where are the cameras?"
Yeah.
This smells like a trap.
He says his immediate reaction was to tell her, "I'm married."
That's a lie.
It was a lie. And he said that she apologized. She's actually from France, and she was over here. She's the daughter of some famous singer I've never fucking heard of. And with their little conversation, he gave her his email address so they could talk back and forth. And over the next couple of days, they met for breakfast and lunch, and then they fucked. And then she had to go back out of town. And they emailed back and forth. And remember, this is just his one night thing. I thought it was okay as long as it was a one night stand, is what he said. Like, motherfucker, you broke even that rule. It's not a one night stand at this point.
Well, I mean, technically, it's probably a one night stand, but there's an emotional commitment.
Well, hang on.
Kind.
She comes back into town, and he immediately bangs her a second time.
Okay, now it's not a one night stand. Now it's 2 one night stands.
It's 2 one night stands. And he finds out somewhere along the way she's a lesbian.
Obviously, she's not.
No, man. She made an exception for him.
Yeah, right. This guy is really bad at discerning problems. Like, red flags are flying all over.
Oh, it gets better, man. She says that she's coming back into town to buy a property there for no reason. But she's staying with a friend. Now, originally she told him she didn't know anybody in the city. So he did go, wait a minute. I thought you didn't know anybody in the city. How do you have somebody you can stay with? Oh, it's her trans friend and her boyfriend. Her trans friend and the trans friend's boyfriend that she helped with her vast riches to move there.
There's is the boyfriend a Nigerian prince?
I'm guessing so.
Because something smells very fishy here. Even one pointed out it was a meaningful overnight relationship, not a one-night stand.
Now, not only is she a lesbian who's living with her trans friend, the lesbian already has kids.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So now Mr. Hay here, he's only had sex with this chick twice, and she had to go back out of town. And he gets a call. She's pregnant.
How long was it between then and the sex in this point?
I don't know, but here's one problem. And now I know what people are going to say, but hear me out. He said he never climaxed in her. He never had an orgasm because he takes depression pills, which keep him from having an orgasm. Now, yes.
I'd be depressed too.
No shit.
It's a cycle.
It's the circle of death. Oh God. You can get pregnant without an orgasm. A woman can, because there is enough in what is known as pre-cum. I don't know what is the pre-ejaculate.
Yeah, but that's the same thing.
Pre-cum.
Yeah, but first of all, she's strange. So you wear a condom with the strange. You don't bareback them unless you're a risk taker. Like, you need to have balls of steel. Like, she doesn't know what city you live in, kind of thing. This guy is a fucking idiot. He banged some strange twice with no protection and claims he didn't spooge.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, some swimmers still slip out, you dumbass.
Oh, wait till you hear Mr. Judgment on this, okay? So he's like, okay, it can't be. And by this time, the girl that he's seeing, lesbian, we're just going to call her lesbian for the rest of this, has started to demand that he break up with his ex-wife and be with her. And he's like, bitch, I ain't leaving my family for you. I barely know you, and I kind of knocked you up. But he didn't. He does eventually tell his ex-wife about this around this time, because you kind of have to. And his ex-wife immediately went paternity test. And you know what he said? No, I don't want to insult her because she's a lesbian who made an exception for me.
It was his wife laughing for like the next 3 days.
I don't know, but this is the guy who teaches judgment at Harvard, y'all.
Yeah, see, this is more proof that Harvard is dropping drastically in quality.
So
you let in David Hogg, this is what you hire then, too.
I'm reading this story, just losing my fucking mind. So anyway, it gets even
so dumb. It gets worse.
It gets real bad, man.
What?
This bitch stole his house. And the only reason, stole his house. Hang on. So they start realizing that this bitch might not be all there, right? He's still wanting to believe, but his wife is like, look, you need to take your name off of our house because she's gonna like try to get it in a settlement or something. You need to get your name off this house. So he's like, all right, you're right, because his children fucking live there.
Yeah, of course.
By the way, her and the crazy trans person, they had a transmission in the car. That's what I was saying, tranny. Drove up to the house and in front of his kids threw huge fits to where they had to have the cops called twice.
Jeez.
So this is why he's like, yeah, I'll take my name off the deed. He goes on vacation with them. Okay. Hold on. This is fucking beautiful. Okay. So they're supposed to go, they're going to go to Europe because, she's rich, right? And she's from over there. The three of them, the trans person, the lesbian, and the dumbass.
Oh, wait, you had to get the cops called on this bitch twice.
Yeah.
She's obviously stringing you along, and you decide to go to Europe with her?
Oh, that's not the half of it, Jack. He also helped her rent some moving trucks. So because look, they were going to move. The trans person and the lesbian, they were going to move and they were having problems. Cryptic, thank you so much. This is too spicy even for Springer. Oh man, it gets so much better. Hang in there.
If you made a movie about this, nobody would believe it's real.
There's more. Have you ever seen the movie? Oh God, what's his name? French Stewart and Jeremy Bellamy. Love Sucks, or what the fuck?
Love Suck?
No. If you guys had seen it, this shit is like straight out of that. So she has him help her rent a bunch of storage units and trucks so that they can move all of the shit. All right. From her house. They go on vacation. Now, before they go on vacation, they're supposed to be going to Europe. And she gives him a $3,000 check to help cover his expenses. Love Stinks. Thank you. Yes, ex Bubba Hotep. That is it. Love Stinks. It is a great movie. It's funny as hell. You should watch it sometime. But thank you for the donation there too. So they're supposed to go to Europe. She gives him a $3,000 check to help cover expenses. But something goes strange. And instead of going to Europe, they go to Canada. All right. So the three of them are in Canada, and she has to go out for the day. And she asks him if she can have his computer and the password to it so she can use it while she's out.
I'm gonna need that security number off the back of your credit card too, just in case.
They get back from vacation around the same time his ex-wife gets back from her vacation. All of their stuff All of Mr. Hayes' stuff has been moved out of his house
And into those storage units?
into the storage units. And all of Lesbian's materials have been moved into their house. The bitch stole his house while she had his computer.
Yeah, she probably got his social security number and forged some documents and transferred the deed over.
She didn't even do that. What she did is she wrote out an agreement. Oh, I forgot this one part. She had him sign a document. I can't remember what it was. What it was supposed to be. Sorry. But he didn't bother reading it.
Oh,
he just signed it. Yeah. So
he could have signed off a power of attorney and not even known it.
He signed a lease agreement.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He signed a fucking lease agreement. So they have this lease agreement, right? And they're like, we gave him a check for $3,000 for the down payment. Why else would we give him that money? This is some hardcore bitch shit right here, man.
See, I don't know if they're cunning or if he's just really, really stupid.
Both.
I don't think they need to be all that cunning. They're like, this dude's a fucking rube. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to rent his house.
Okay, let's see. You want to see the pictures?
This is an 80s sitcom. Yeah. Oh, I've got to see the pictures.
If you've ever seen the movie Love Stinks, or now that you've heard of it, watch that movie.
It's like Pacific Heights as a comedy. Oh my God.
This is the trans person, and this is lesbian.
She's not even that hot. How magnificent is this vagina? Because she's just kind of average looking. Like, she's like a 6.
Terry Diamandis, thank you. I didn't study at Harvard, but my judgment is best story ever. It's horrible. This is him. This is Mr. Man. Or well, his name's Mr. Hay, but this is the dude.
He is the most gullible person ever.
Okay, people are asking. Here's the story if you want to read the whole thing. Believe me, I'm making it better than the story is. Well, better than it reads, because this is I think this is from New York. Yeah, New York Magazine. So it's, overly long. I'm condensing. Evolved Potato says if his name's off the deed, then he can't, or that can he not release the house? Can he not release the house? Yeah, he can't. And that's what ended up happening. It took a couple months, but they got before a judge, and the judge was like, he can't rent this house. Get the fuck out of her house. So they eventually had to move out, and the family was allowed to move back in.
Oh my God. That lady is his ex-wife. She's a smart lady, and she should never associate with him again, because he's clearly an idiot, and I would have all my kids' IQ tested if I was her.
Yeah. She took it further. Since he works for the college, she decided to use Title IX against him and report him for sexual assault, sexual harassment.
Of course.
And he's on leave right now until they make their decision, because Harvard, after hearing this story, is like, yeah, we're still not sure. We're still not sure.
He's clearly pretty dumb, so she may have raped him.
Look, their judgment is what led to him teaching judgment, so wow. He's fucked.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, they did take advantage of a mentally disabled person. Oh. So technically they raped him. He's a potato.
That's true too. If they get busted for this, this is fraud, man. The lawyer he ended up happening to hire had another case with these two idiots.
Oh my God, really?
Oh yeah. They've done this to like 3 or 4 guys.
Oh, wow.
And this is how the story ends. And guys, there's a lot more to it. I'm condensing. If you want to read it, it is a long, kind of boring read.
Dude, you should make a video on this.
But this is the end, man. This is how it ends. He's wondering why she would do this. He's like, 'cause I'm not a rich man.
Don't have to be. She's evil. That's what evil people do.
Well, this is the thing. In May 2018, Hay received a barrage of text messages from an unknown number. And this is what it said. This is a direct quote. Find a way to connect if you want a chance to take the last exit before hell. Take my word. You ain't seen nothing yet. I promise. Oh, and as to your quest for motives, don't bother. I just really hate the patriarchy. That's all.
That noise you heard was my head hitting the table while laughing.
Yeah, they've pulled the DNA thing before, or the it's your
Pregnancy
baby
test.
thing before.
I'd be like, sweet, here's a coat hanger.
In one case, they actually found out that the baby was born 2 years before the whole thing supposedly happened. Like, huh? But yeah, man, knowing that women like that exist.
Yeah, man, that's modern dating pool right there. You got to be careful. If you're a guy, you almost have to go and do research on any chick you're going to ask out. Go check her Facebook, look her up on LinkedIn, do whatever background check you can, and even pay the $50 to get a full background check, because you never know, man. There are a lot of psychos out there, and he had plenty of red flags. This guy's a fucking idiot. Then there's no way that pussy was that good.
Yeah. Well, again, listening to his story, they talk in there about how he didn't really know about trans things, and he bonded with the trans person, the trans lady-ish, whatever it is, over their mutual depression.
Oh,
and
shut
like,
up. No, he bonded with the dog. The dog was like, you're dumb. And he's like, you silly doggy. Yeah, Evil One, I don't think she has to do ass to mouth as a 6 to pull this off. She just has to find somebody that's that stupid and desperate. Because a lot of guys get vagina dumb. Let's face it. They see a little bit of flash of poontang. Their ego goes up because, hey, this 6 or 5.5 talked to me. And boom, I'm gonna get some tail tonight. Oh, she made an exception for me. Oh, I feel special now. No, they don't care about your stories. They don't care about your background. They don't care about any of that crap. Women are up to no good these days. Gotta keep an eye on them.
Thank you, Adam Mangold, for the donation. I appreciate it, with no message there. I don't know how much they studied him before they did this, but they could not have picked a better mark.
Oh, no shit. I do have some friends that are this borderline stupid when it comes to dating. Let me grab a Streamlabs here. Thank you, Terry Diamandis. Your reactions help make it the best story ever. Hey, glad to help.
Well, this is a story. It had to be me and Jack to talk about it properly, because holy fuck. This guy is living with his ex-wife. Has had 2 kids with her since then. They don't date other people. They're basically married.
Yeah, he's probably just as boring as he was when he was married. They just argue less because she's like, I can take this shit whenever I want. Get out.
And she played to his ego at first, starting out with, "You're so attractive."
Yeah,
this is a guy who's not a man anymore, obviously. But yeah,
anytime a chick says to you, "You're so attractive," that's their lead-in to ask you for money.
Especially if you just met.
Yeah. If they'll meet you at the grocery store or somewhere where you're shopping, it's a common white trash method of pickup. I've seen it before. It's always white trash chicks, but it works because you play to a guy's ego.
Especially if you're in a relationship where you don't get your ego stroked at all. Again, he's married to his ex-wife. Well, yeah, married to his ex-wife without a actual document making it legal. Reading this, I would swear, they spent months researching this guy, but it's, given the way they've done it before, they just go after somebody related to a college, so it could have just fell right into this one. Lamented Guide, thank you. They're basically Dr. Cox and Jordan from Scrubs, except for those two hate fuck all the time and enjoy it. I love the episode where they found out they weren't divorced and suddenly they hated each other again. So they had to get divorced so they could live together. Anyway, I didn't mean to go on so long on that. That story. Holy fuck.
That is brilliant in such a bizarre way. Like you could make such a great comedy movie about this with you'd have to get somebody like the guy that played House to play this guy.
They've made this movie, Jack.
I know, but they need to update it with this exact story.
Yeah.
Like, this is my trans friend, and I'm actually a lesbian, because that's so modern era. And then they hit him with the Title IX. Yeah.
Badger Man says, and Jordan is hotter than that lesbian. She wasn't like the first 3 seasons until the facial reconstruction really got bad there. She started pulling everything way too tight. She was so pretty in those first few seasons, even though she was starting to look a little older. And yeah, then she's like, pull it so tight I can't open my mouth. By season 8, man, she looked like Joan Rivers. It was horrible.
Yeah, that was plastic surgery is a bad idea. Just age gracefully. People will respect you more.
If you're that worried about wrinkles, so somebody suck on your face all day. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some weird Asian guppy fish that can help tighten your skin or whatever, like they do with the feet. I don't know, man. People are so self-centered and obsessed with their looks and the personality that this is the type of shit that happens. Either you end up with bad plastic surgery or you end up like this retard at Cambridge or Harvard. He's in Cambridge, right? The town.
He's in Cambridge. Yeah, he works at Harvard.
Yeah. Fucking idiot.
I did put the link in there if you guys want to check it out. Like I said, it is a long read. Jack, the worst part is almost up to the very end, he was still on their side.
Of course he was, because he's fucking idiot. Dumb.
Fucking idiot. This is their judgment teacher, y'all. So if any of you have students or children who went to Harvard and took a judgment class, go ask for your money back. Because Jesus, fuck.
I would definitely petition for a refund from that class, especially if you were in his class during any of this. Yep. Secondly, when MGTOW say that women have hypnotic vaginal juices, this is where it comes from. Because this guy was not thinking in any rational aspect, either out of stupidity or he was in love with the pootie tang. And you know what? There's no excuse for either one. It's just poor decisions based on the dream that you're going to keep this chick around. It's foolish and reckless. And one of his friends just said, hey, dude, you should reconsider this and listen to your ex-wife because she's smart. And you're dumb.
Cryptic, thank you. Thanks to this story, I'll reevaluate the women I've been talking to. Here's the thing. You guys, I've said this before. Women have ruined society, but men let them. This is the kind of case I'm talking about.
Yep.
Very early on, he should have told his bitch no. You know what? Yes, you can get pregnant without the gentleman having an orgasm, without him ejaculating in you. But the odds are incredibly slim. And the first thing, your mic's messed up, dude. Mic's messed up. What the first thing he should have done was yeah, you're better.
Hello.
Real quick. Good morning.
Morning.
You may continue.
The first thing he should have done was demand a paternity test. Period.
Oh, he should have seen the red flags before that point. Like, seriously, what this guy's judgment is just... mentally retarded kids playing in traffic are smarter than this guy.
This man gave a woman he barely knew and who had been fucking with him already the password to his computer and let her have it for the day. Don't lend your computer out to anyone. It might as well contain your entire life.
What are you guys talking about?
Oh, this story of this guy in Harvard. I would give you the short version, Sinatra, but I don't think there is one.
There isn't one. You have to experience the nonsense.
Let me pull up the story again if you want to read it, or listen to the first part of it, because I think we did it justice. And Sinatra, what time is your live stream Ask Richo? It's at 8:30.
Oh yeah. Right? It's the hearing is scheduled to start at 8:30. So
there's the links in.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that it is a long story. You should check it out, man. It will make you just fucking shake your head at dumbass men. But I want to get to Jack's story, the one you sent, Jack. I saw this yesterday, and
Wow, this is a long story. Okay, I'll read this later.
This is a story that blew up yesterday. While I was sleeping, it was already pretty much taken care of, although people are still throwing their bitch fits about it before I woke up. Forever 21 is sending diet bars with plus-sized orders.
Huh?
Oh, you didn't hear the story?
Oh, dude, this is great.
How long have I been asleep? I thought it's only been 5 hours.
Dude,
this happened.
It's 2021.
This happened yesterday afternoon, man. So people who were ordering plus-size clothes from Forever 21 realized they were getting Atkins bars in their orders. And started throwing a fit about it. Well,
not much because they get tired real easy from being fat.
I'm surprised they weren't like, hell yeah.
Free
for those
food?
of you, if you don't know what an Atkins bar is, guys, Dr. Atkins pretty much kicked off the low carb craze.
And it's been reinvented as the
South Beach.
no keto diet.
Keto, is that the one? Yeah. For the ketosis. Anyway, and you know what? That diet actually works. The problem is people think I'll eat this, I'll lose weight, and then I can go back to eating how I was when I was fat. That's why you get fat again.
That is weird, isn't it? It's like
Mhm.
I will eat well to lose weight. Then they eat like shit, gain weight, and then it's the surprise Pikachu face meme.
It's always the diet's fault. That diet didn't work. Like, you got skinnier, didn't you?
You know how many diets Foodie Beauty has tried that quote unquote didn't work?
Oh man.
Right. I feel like you're body shaming me since I'm eating cold pizza right now.
Well, I'm
Dude.
about to body shame myself because I got to go to the fucking store. I'll be right back.
All right, man.
All right.
Now what really happened? I mean, that did happen, but what really happened, like with most things, and Matthew just said, yeah, they weren't just sending it to people who ordered plus size. They were sending it to everyone. It was a promotional thing.
Yeah,
And
but the fatties are the ones that are going to get bent out of shape about the free after dinner, man.
And they did, man. They got pissed. They were not happy.
Oh, and they were on the call center like, yeah, I'm very upset about this moo. So if you
And
bought a moo, we all know it. It's okay. You're aware that you're an obese freak and you need to stop and reevaluate your life decisions, but instead you get mad at them for sending you a free sample of something.
you think? Oh, good morning, Polly.
Hey, Polly.
Good morning. I got to stop taking a swig of soda right before I'm coming on here.
Fuck it. I usually do it too. So
It's like it's hot as fuck today, and I dehydrated as fuck, and so I got a dry throat and everything. So I'm like, oh, I better take a sip here before I say hello. And it's, hello, Polly.
we're secretly trying to drown you.
Mm-hmm.
I do that.
So you're
to
talking
Mike,
about you're talking about fat people. So yeah, I was
Well,
putting back to the fan that I had took apart to fix, and I listened to that whole man from Cambridge story while I was putting it back together. Wow.
remember,
I don't know.
Natalie Portman graduated from Harvard.
Yes, she does. I had to put down my screwdriver and come over. I'll hold on from Harvard, like, you know, and I just typed it out, right? Because every time Natalie Portman comes up, it's like, you know, she graduated from Harvard, and it's
Right.
sometimes that means a lot. If a student went there and took advantage of the centuries old facilities, yeah, that can mean a lot. Or it can mean you're this guy. Like it's not a stamp of approval. Success in life is a stamp of approval. And look at this guy. Like, you know,
that dude, man. Holy shit. You know what, Jack? I think you're right. We need to write that movie. Nobody will believe it though. They'll never make it because it's
absolutely. I mean, listen to these Harvard alum. We've got Al Gore, we've got Mark Zuckerberg, Matt Damon, Conan O'Brien, Tommy Lee Jones, Henry Kissinger, Rashida Jones,
Henry Kissinger,
T.S. Eliot, Michelle
really left
Obama.
Harvard.
Well, I wonder if she got into Michael Obama though. Henry David Thoreau, Jack Lemmon,
Matt
bunch of
Damon.
people I've never heard of. I mean, and then Hillary Duff, yum. A bunch of other Teddy Roosevelt.
Wait, how can you like Hillary Duff?
I like Hillary Duff.
I know, but she's a little thick for Jack.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
but you
good
know what?
point. Good
She
point.
works it out. I don't know how. She's one of the unicorn exceptions to it.
And it's
All
like,
right.
how is somebody like a Disney teen? I don't know if she was legit Disney, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah. From that.
she did like kid shows and then music that was put out by Disney, I believe. But she did turn into a filthy twerking crack whore. Now, how did that turn out? It's almost like you don't have to turn into a filthy, dirty crack whore just because you're a teen star.
No, but it does help.
Well, you don't see her in a fucking
I like how
skin-tight red
this is
latex.
This is what Far judges me on. Hillary Duff. She's like, really, Jack? And she's shouting at me too.
Matthew says-
Everyone likes the blondes with fair skin and blue eyes. That's
and a cute
quit
smile.
dismissing it, Far. You know, you hold men around your little finger.
I'm with you on this one, Far. Matthew says a little thick. Laugh my ass off a little thick. No, around here, if you don't listen, Jack likes them thin, man, real thin. Like
yeah,
Fickle Rick thin.
she's on the thick side for me. I'll
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
that.
But
But
that's what I'm saying. Like, she's not even thick at all. Not really. Just for people that are, hanging out in the anorexia ward for kicks.
hey, you go to your dating places. I go to mine. All right. I go there with some free Adkin bars that I got from Forever 21.
That's right.
And I'm like, who wants to stay beautiful?
Where was I going with this? I had a point before
Real
Jack
quick.
started.
Before you do, Cryptic, thank you. The Harvard guy is Polly's future if he doesn't get a Streamlabs. Oh,
Paul's the Harvard guy?
if you don't get a Streamlabs, yeah.
Because I'm demonstrating poor judgment?
I don't know.
No, I don't think you're demonstrating poor judgment if this is the bar we're using as this Harvard guy. I'm pretty sure that like Ted Bundy didn't exercise poor judgment on this scale.
Yeah, well. I don't know. Like, listening to that story, it's like, I mean, first of all, it was New York Magazine, the New Yorker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. In that story, did they eventually work around to like, this guy's a Trump supporter, so obviously this is how stupid they all are? Like, how did Trump fit into the story is what I'm getting
Believe
at.
it or not at all.
I find that hard to believe.
The only way that politics came up, was that they kind of agreed politically, and that he learned about trans rights from the trans girl, and that he was very sensitive to the lesbian woman who made an exception for him and already had kids. No,
my point is like, I believe the story. I believe like the core elements of the story, but I think you're never going to walk away from hearing the full story and think, oh, so this guy wasn't that stupid. No, he's clearly a stupid guy, but you got to know how scamming works, and it's not that overt.
But
right, like it's
the people who fall for it, it's never that overt to them. To those of us who aren't that person, it's easy to see, because like almost immediately she starts demanding that he, after the second banging before the kid was announced, you need to leave your ex-wife, which is a weird thing. And he actually told her no, and she threw a fit. Like I said, there's parts of it that I left out.
So
she threw a fit and broke up with him for a couple of days and came back. And he thought that they could all work it out and be one big happy lesbian trans ex-wife family.
I remember a friend of mine being all excited talking about that he was dating a bisexual woman, and I'm like, so you're the side chick. Yeah. Because like she was living with a woman that she was fucking, and it's like, I'm banging her too. And so it was like porn fulfillment in his mind. And he was the one who covered their bills and shit. Well, some of their bills and shit like that. And it's like, dude, he goes, there's nothing wrong with sharing your money with people. And it's like, it is when you're straight tricking, and what you're doing is tricking, buddy. Like, this is.
Yeah. And first of all, it's not porn fulfillment unless you're having a three-way with the lesbian.
Good call.
So he's a foolish individual, man. Poor decision making. You get blinded by the poon.
Yeah. You're not wrong about
poon. Like, he only banged her twice.
Yeah, but I'm still saying Jack's not wrong. Like, it's like
she had the hypno badge going.
No. It's not that. This dude was looking for love. He was living with his ex-wife, for fuck's sake. This guy was looking for somebody who loved him, and that's what she fed on.
I don't think he was looking for love. I think he was looking for a retard wrangler.
No, well,
somebody had to guide this idiot around, and his wife was doing it for decades, apparently.
He actually says like he was smitten after their first love-making session. He was smitten. Like, oh dear God, you're a 13-year-old girl.
Hypno juices. The MGTOW were right. We should all be terrified.
Over on Streamlabs, thank you, Tyrai, who says these fat people who got upset seem to have this fat pride thing. People need to learn to be accountable for their actions. We'll get back to them in a minute. We'll have to once Sinatra gets here because he doesn't know what the fuck we're talking about with this story.
BG says, bullshit. You ever have a point? I know. It is never the case that I have a point. Thank you, BG. I appreciate it.
Now these women played him very, very well, and it is very easy to dismiss people who fall for this kind of stuff, but there were glaring red flags, and this man taught judgment, and he had his ex-wife going, "Are you fucking stupid?" And he's like, "No, she's a lesbian who loves me."
On the Streamlabs, thank you, Tyrai. Since the red tape is keeping Polly from getting a Streamlabs, I appreciate it. Hey,
red tape's a bitch.
No,
that was a hint. You were supposed to give that money to me. I understood that. I'm pretty sure it was because the money is being given to you because you're supposed to pass it to me.
No, I'm not your money lender.
It's not lending. It's you're a facilitator. It's different.
Nope. That sounds like something Chase Bank does, and I don't see a sign outside my yard. So
Danger says just because he's writing their initials in hearts on his school book doesn't make him a 13-year-old girl. No, you have to read the whole story to get the whole gist of it. Obviously, I went for the comedy part because Jesus fuck, dude, what is wrong with you?
Dude, you need to clip that section out and post it as a solo thing.
Yeah, we can.
Brian O'Connor is right. I was talking about Hillary Duff not becoming a crack whore. That's right.
Oh.
When I lost my subject there.
Yeah, that was my fault. I'm sorry.
Who brought up a subject that we accidentally lost? Do you not know how things work around here?
No, I'm just saying.
No, I'm with you. Look, I'm glad we have
that. Is a fine. We have all seen the former normal girl by day, super country star, pop star by night. What's her name?
What's the Hannah Montana?
Name? Hannah Montana. Yeah, I was trying to remember the name of the show. Yeah, Hannah Montana. Like she went from Hannah Montana to red latex with teeth vagina.
For the record, my lawyer makes me say this. I have not recently seen Hannah Montana or Miley Cyrus, nor have I ever seen them in the past, no matter what video says or what the cops say. Thank you.
Fair enough.
Oh, by the way,
yes.
Far said I could maybe animate it. Probably not. No, you could. And it's great that you said that because these guys took me off the subject as they often do. Can you imagine Far doing remember the Coach Red Pill video she made?
Yeah.
That's
great.
Can you imagine this done with Far's animation? It would be hilarious.
It'd be awesome.
Runs in, it's like, you're attractive. And big swoony anime eyes on the old professor.
Dangerous Spaces says,
Far. Come on, do it.
Monkey, you can't remember Love Stinks, but Hannah Montana comes straight to mind. Okay. I actually did a stream not too long ago called The Climb. You know why I did that stream? I was listening to that song. You know where that song comes from? The Hannah Montana movie.
And how they climbed right on top.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the song Cocaine.
No. The Climb by Miley Cyrus.
Oh. You never heard the trap rap song called Hannah Montana?
No.
It's a nickname for soft powder.
Oh,
because it's nicknamed White Girl. There's cocaine's got 1,000 nicknames, right? In some super forced metaphor of it is White Girl, and the whitest girl they could think of was Hannah Montana, so that's what they called it. And the song, I kid you not, this is how bad trap rapping is. Hannah Montana, Hannah Montana, Hannah Montana is up in the place. That's the whole fucking hook.
That's horrible.
It is horrible.
That's just the peanut butter jelly song,
right? But when you put a trap beat underneath it,
Did the guy who wrote that song teach judgment at Harvard?
Dangerous Spaces says, so you purposefully listen to Miley Cyrus? That makes it better. Yes, I like Miley. Look, you will not shame me for my music because I have no shame, first of all. What,
I've
one of
got
these
most
days,
of the albums. I don't care.
one of these days, people are going to learn that when I say I have no shame, I mean it.
Yeah, I was rocking out to Cake by the Ocean before I came on.
Cake by the is that a song?
Yeah, by Dance. It was he was a Jonas brother. I'll send
Hey,
you a
Monkey,
link.
you're well. I was about to say, Monkey, you're old. Jack, you're old too. Do you guys remember a song called?
Wait, time
We
out.
just got totally age shamed.
Well, wait, no. How were you the second thought about who's old? Jack's older than me.
I act like a 5-year-old.
Well, do you want to know why?
But please go ahead.
Because the subject matter is going to be about 80s pop music, and you seem to have the trap mind, like the mind like a steel trap for pop music from the 80s, where Jack is the obscure references guy, like that remembers everything about, you know. So if it's pop culture of the 80s, that's why I thought of you first.
All right, what you got?
Is there a song called Revolution? And it might be by the Thompson Twins. Does that ring a bell?
In the 80s, there's a song about revolution. Really, dude? Yeah, there's probably a dozen of them.
Sounds familiar. Yeah, but he's right. There's several songs.
Yeah, there's a song called Revolution by the Thompson Twins.
Did you? Yeah,
I just looked it up.
Oh, it's a fucking Beatles. That stupid Beatles song. I hate that fucking song.
Well, there's a link for you.
Well, that
That's
song
hilarious.
became big again because Michael Jackson, bought the Beatles catalog,
right,
and started commercializing it, and it was Nike that I think it was Nike licensed it and was using it in their ads, and that was one of the ones they used. So yeah, that song had a major revival in the 80s. But still, you went to, hey, you're old, and you went to me first. That's,
I mean, it's only fair.
I feel
okay.
like
I'm listening to it right now. The reason why I bring it up is because it got mentioned several times in this book that I'm reading, because it was a song that was out at the time that this book is taking place at. So it was on the radio and they couldn't escape it. They'd go to the bar in town and it was playing, and then etc. And it was so catchy, but it was getting on the narrator's nerves. She had enough of it. I can't stand it. Everyone is lip syncing along with it, and I just want it to end, etc. And I'm listening to it right now, and I'm like, this was a catchy song. This is, I don't know. It's like synth pop for Beatles.
Synth pop was pretty popular in some circles for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I just don't get why.
I don't remember it being that big of a song, though. I mean, I'm sure it was played a lot, but there's certainly songs that were played more to death.
It might have been a regional thing too, because without the internet, different things caught on in different areas.
If you're going to raves every night, I could see that.
Yeah, like Jean Jackets didn't get to Canada until like 1995. That's
Rave jackets?
No, jean jackets.
Oh, jean jackets.
That's why they're called Canadian tuxedos.
Yeah. They still wear them. With patches and buttons. Oh God, you remember people wearing all those buttons?
People at university, all over campuses still do that, by the way. They buy jean jackets just so they have something to put their patches on.
Oh, sorry, Pincalo.
We didn't make you Canadian. Blame your mama. Oh, the fat people. I
Hillary Duff's not fat. She's just a few pounds overweight.
I know. She's jack fat.
Have you seen the fappening pics, Monkey?
No. I don't find her all that attractive.
I don't know why I do. Same with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Like, totally not the type that I usually go for. But
Sarah Michelle Gellar looks like a tragedy, but she is a beautiful tragedy, man.
Yeah,
she also, I don't know
if
you look, because she has a fucked up finger. She has a finger, and I forget which one it is. It's all crooked and shit. Like it was caught in a, I don't know, printing press or something. And once you see it, you can't unsee it every time her hands come on screen. It's like, please stop.
You've got a weird fixation on minor appendages on hot women. Her
Well,
fingers
it's
all
not-
fucked up.
no, no,
Stacey
no.
Dash's feet are weird. Like, what is it with
It's
you?
no, it's not just because like the guy who played Chandler, Matthew Perry, he's missing part of one of his fingers. And once I learned that and saw it on screen once, every time that hand is on screen, like, put that fucking thing down. I don't want to see your little stubby finger. Sorry for
Well, I
those of
guess-
you who have stubby fingers.
That's kind of true. I mean, you got James Doohan, Scotty from Star Trek.
Yep.
He's missing one of his fingers.
yeah.
and-
So was the
But
black
he
guy.
lost it on the beaches of Normandy on D-Day. So you kind of give the guy a pass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he gets a badass pass. The Black Ranger from the original Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, he was missing a finger. They just hit it with camera tricks.
yeah, you just hide that shit. No, but like Sarah Michelle Gellar, she has a really weird, crooked, fucked up nose. But there's something about it that works with her face.
Yeah,
It's
it's
one of
from
those-
fighting vampires.
Well, yeah, that'll fuck you up. But no, she is not attractive, but she's gorgeous, and I don't know how that works exactly.
I had a great uncle that was missing 3 fingers, so that didn't. You get used to that sort of thing,
I can't.
and
I'm
it might
sorry.
make. I don't know if Sarah Michelle Gellar's got like a fucked up finger or something. Maybe it makes the handies better.
Maybe she
Maybe
can tickle the bottom of your nuts while she's giving you a handy.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'd like to find out. I think she's a very attractive lady who's aged fairly well, considering she's in Hollywood.
And look, guys, I don't have anything against people who are missing fingers. It's just weird on screen. I have a friend who
You are
had
clearly bigoted against people missing fingers.
Shut up. I have a friend whose daughter was like born without half of her leg, and
What did you
Hard
call
for-
her? An ugly little gremlin or something?
she is the cutest little fucking thing you've ever seen.
I want to make fun of that kid.
I never not one. I will punch somebody if they made fun of her. She's adorable. But when you have like a finger that's all jacked up, don't put it on screen, man. I'm gonna look at that.
God,
Well,
you're a digitist.
I am.
It's like what's her face and her thumb toes, her toe thumbs.
Megan Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody mentioned her in chat.
Oh, talk about a woman that screwed herself up with plastic surgery, unnecessary plastic surgery. Oh my god,
Megan
her
Fox,
face.
yeah, she was gorgeous.
Yeah,
I
it's
never
like
thought she was that hot to begin with.
Really?
but you certainly thought that she was not in requirement of surgery, right? Like,
Oh, absolutely not. No.
Yeah, she was way better looking than Jennifer Lawrence.
I never
Oh,
thought she
God,
was that hot either. But like, baby, you didn't need no goddamn surgery, you
No,
fucking
see,
moron.
Jennifer Lawrence is another one of those. It's like she's not really attractive. Like, damn, she's attractive.
She's like a 6. That with the CGI and makeup looks like a 7.5. So
I
that
think
that chick's on the B team at the strip club.
I think I've just been living in the Midwest too long.
Yeah, because she's Midwest hot. She's a 9 if you go to Iowa.
In
Or
northern
Kansas.
Michigan, she's an 11.
Yeah,
Hi, guys. There was a little discussion that popped up at the end of Ghost Poo last night. All right.
Okay, what was that?
And I think you three will be the best ones to bring it up to.
wow,
Uh-oh.
you're in trouble.
Jesus.
Who was the best James Bond?
Oh,
Timothy
Well,
Dalton.
We've had this discussion, remember, Monkey?
Yeah.
It was a good while ago, though.
well, I'll go. Jack, are you being serious?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because I'm gonna have to mute you for the rest of the conversation. For me, it's actually Daniel Craig, and it's not because he's a great Bond. I'm not a huge fan of the series. I watch the movies and they're pretty forgettable to me. I like the more Jason Bourne style Bond, and that was all Daniel Craig. So
Okay.
My
Either
honest
one.
answer would be oh, sorry, Monkey, go ahead.
I was just saying, whoever wants to go next. So Jack,
Pierce Brosnan had the best look for it, but he
Yes.
was in the worst movies.
fair enough.
Okay.
So if you want, like, based on appearance, I'd go with Pierce Brosnan for the debonair, like Polly, the debonair guy that can go out and shoot people for fun and enjoy it.
They have it coming.
I'm not disagreeing. That's what happens to bad people. They get sad.
Yeah, mimosa. Anyway,
Okay. I
don't get sad,
See,
motherfucker. Anyway,
I got to be that guy, and I like every single actor who's played James Bond so far, George Lazenby included. They're different aspects of the same character accentuated. Like Roger Moore, everybody hates on him. He's at the top of the list or the top guy for me.
Moore was fine.
Yeah,
I know people that hate on him if they.
Oh yeah,
I
It's
put Moore, like when I lined it up, it was Moore, Connery, Brosnan.
Yeah, that's not to say anything bad about Daniel Craig. I like the Daniel Craig Bond films. I like him as Bond. He's definitely a lot of the grittier. He's definitely a lot like Bond is in the novels. Bond is not as panache. He's in the author's words. He's a blunt instrument. So yeah, he can do the classy thing, but like the brutal cold-heartedness really comes through mostly with Daniel Craig.
For me, that's what I loved the fight scenes. They were far more choreographed and intricate in his movies than any of the others.
They were, and it's like Jack says, like Pierce Brosnan. Man, is he underrated as a Bond? People need to go back and watch him play Bond. He does a great job of it. It's just those two movies. First one's a better script. The second one, not so much. But neither, like, God, I would have loved to have seen him play this role or this script or that script or this. You know, I can think about 5 different scripts. One more movie. Why can't we get just one more film out of that?
Pierce Brosnan just should be a British spy.
Yeah. Well, he was up for it at some point and never got it, but he should have done the Dalton movies. But he was filming Remington Steele by that point. But if he had been in those movies, they probably would have been better. Nothing against Timothy Dalton. He's a fine actor. Just
to me, and this might sound like a weird, Dalton just looked too Texan to me.
Not at all. Like Dalton is. Have you seen Living Daylights and License to Kill recently? They're both pretty goddamn good movies.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm just his look.
Ah, okay.
Especially compared to Brosnan, who's, I mean, he just looks like class, man. I don't know. The fucker wakes up, his hair's perfect, and he's already getting a blowjob in his tux.
He looks upper crust.
He does.
Yeah, but by the time that is like Brosnan had 3, yeah. But I mean, who counts the last one? You know, Die Another Day. It was so bad.
Oh, that was so terrible.
It was as bad as the most comical Roger Moore films were when they went in the comedy direction in the late 70s.
Yeah.
Remember when he kept running into the Louisiana sheriff?
I don't remember.
It's like, I'll tell you what, boy. And he's like, it became like a foil for Bond because, you know, you got this British spy and this Louisiana redneck detective sheriff. When they went full comedy, it just got retarded. Remember when Bond was swinging through the jungle on vines and you heard the fucking savage roar of the like through it? Like, really? You're going to go full comedy with this, huh?
Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt and change. Sinatra, 8 hours ago, you said this is how respect is earned in response to something Swalwell said?
Yeah.
Well, who is Swalwell talking about?
Hold on.
What did I miss?
I've got a mouthful. He sent a PM to some dude. I don't know the context around it. I just know that he sent this guy a private message and was like, I am so sorry to hear about your kid dying. Jesse Howerton, I guess, whoever that is. He looks like some sort of right winger. A bunch of people I follow him. Oh yeah, his son has had some brain cancer or something, and he got his surgery to have it fixed. And he's like a kid, like barely toddler age, and he had some surgery to have it fixed. So Swalwell did that. And it kind of caught me off guard because it wasn't this big public virtue signal of look how good and tolerant I am.
Yeah, he did it in private.
Just a PM. Hey, man, this is what's up.
Well, good on him. I mean, Swalwell's a moron, but looking at the guy's bio, he's Texas for life. I'm guessing he's not exactly a liberal Democrat. So
no, not really.
Yeah, well, I hope his son is okay. I really do. And man, good on you, Swalwell. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt with that. I just saw that. I'm like, wait, Swalwell did something right? That don't happen every day. I expected him to be out there trying to eat Beto's dirt. Brosnan movies, Goldeneye. I thought, my problem with most Bond movies. I feel like they should be about half an hour shorter. By the end of them, I'm just like, God damn, thank God that's over. I enjoy them until about 3/4 in, and it's just like, why isn't this done yet? Which is another reason I really like the Craig movies, is because they move really fast.
That is the same complaint I had for Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame could have probably been about an hour shorter. Swalwell did two things right, dropping out of the race in this. Yeah, you're not wrong.
So I was doing stuff all day long, and up until just recently, including fixing that fan. What happened with Mueller?
He's testifying today.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was today.
Today.
Yesterday.
No, actually Wednesday.
Okay.
He's
today.
He's going to be testifying at 8:30. We're going to be heading over to Sinatra's channel to live commentate. What are you doing it on your main, or are you doing that over on D Live so you don't get in trouble for it?
Who cares? It's my last day on the stream channel.
Oh, there you go. So
Polly, Jack, you guys are more than welcome to join us.
What time is it happening at?
1 hour.
Oh, from now. Oh, no shit. Wow.
He's going up there.
That's going to be a long slog. What channel are you going to watch? What YouTube channel?
Right now, I have it up on Washington Post.
You don't, you can't go like, there isn't like a C-SPAN or a PBS to avoid fucketry?
Maybe closer to the actual time.
Monkey in the actual morning. Hush. I'm always in the morning. It's always morning somewhere. That's the beauty of time zones. I'm always right. Let that sink in, people. Monkey's always right and never late to this show. You watch Bond for the amazing stunts. Now they are CGI shit. I used to like, when I was younger, I liked Bond for just how outrageous it was.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Now I like more of I just like the action.
And you still haven't seen Born Legacy yet?
No, I haven't watched Born Legacy or what was the last one? Born? Just Born, I think it was. I haven't seen either of those.
That was my alarm. Sorry.
Now, the first three movies I've watched several times, and I really like them. Except for they're in European cars. I hate those little cars and their little streets. That shit annoys me.
Rich says, are you sure you want Polly on? I mean, he seems so up to date with it and all. You know why I was busy? Because I was down at university where I'm a PhD at political science. Why would you want someone like that?
Yeah.
During congressional testimony. What insight could I have? I mean,
that sounds weird. I'm unemployed and quasi-homeless. I'll be a great addition to this team.
Yeah, I like diversity. Come on.
If there's one thing that I think of when I think of your channel, Sinatra, it's diversity.
Testy, mate. Testy.
Testy, mate. What?
Richo.
I get it. In truth, there's probably not a lot to know, as long as you know what happened in the investigation and everything, because that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a repeat of what's in the fucking report.
Yeah. I'm mostly after it to see what the various representatives try.
It'll be like listening to an autopsy conducted by Boris Karloff.
You're gonna on the right, you're gonna have people badgering him about things like the missing text from Lisa and Peter. Yeah.
Right.
And you'll have them going, why did you let this go on so long? What initiated this? Why did you take the Steele dossier so seriously? That kind of shit. And on the other side, you're going to have, why didn't you say he should be impeached? Why didn't you give a recommendation? What would your recommendation give or be if you had given it? Did you only not recommend because he's the president? That's all it's going to be. I
can't wait.
I mean, yeah, this is the kind of shit that I get boners for, man. I love this kind of stupid shit. It's going to be pointless, but
did you DNA test the urine on the bed?
If you guys don't know what that is, you need to look up the Steele dossier.
There's so many people out there that still think the P tape was buried. That Jesus, whatever. And Jack, we enjoy some good conspiracy theories, but this is not good. You know what I'm talking about?
This is lazy.
Yeah, like the Freemasons aren't even involved,
right? And they don't even have Guam capsizing.
Like nothing real good. Like
no
what's the government secret? What's the agency that's responsible? They haven't linked the CIA into it anyway. The CIA and their version of events are heroes trying to fight the good fight. When 10 years ago, mainstream media was like, these bastards sent us into a war that we didn't need to be in. They lied to us.
Conspiracy works. No, there has to be something Nazi-ish, like gold or paintings. There has to be like some dead kids that were sacrificed to Moloch. There has to be some Freemasonry shenanigans or some other like Hellfire Club type thing.
That's what I need. Some solid occultism in the highest rungs of power. Yes. That would be a good.
And then Styx will make 8 or 9 videos.
Do I have some stuff to tell you about? You ever hear of spirit cooking?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Look into that when Hillary and what's his face were together.
Podesta.
Yeah, Podesta.
Yeah, that I remember. Are you still going to be able to make it to the spirit cooking? Podesta said. Oh yeah, there's a question that I want someone to ask Mueller. Like, wait a minute. Why, if you were willing to send this guy away for this Trump associate away for his dealings in Ukraine that were against the law, did you not even begin to investigate his lone business partners, the Podesta Group?
Well, and why was Joe Biden's kid able to get all those sweet contracts through like the Ukraine and China?
Well, I mean, okay, but that's starting a separate investigation. The claim of Robert Mueller is we will take us wherever the facts lead us because we're just about an honest understanding of what happened and we need to get to the bottom of this. And except when the investigation gets to the Podestas, you do a cold, hard stop. And it's like, so what were they up to? I don't know. We didn't start an investigation in them.
Dude,
you're willing to send Manafort to jail for the rest of his life, but you didn't investigate his only business partners in the region who have political ties galore?
I'm sure Republicans will ask that. They're going to ask about why other things weren't investigated.
What the fuck?
Dude, that shit stopped like it saw a state trooper. Fucking.
Hey, Sinatra, here. You got a CZ Scorpion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, look at this.
Real quick, before you guys move on too much from that, I do want to say I don't believe Podesta or Hillary did anything wrong, and I am not sad at all.
No, Hillary
None
did
of us
nothing
here are.
wrong. Nope. Oh. Anybody that says otherwise is clearly trying to frame Hillary because it was her turn.
Yes, and she got robbed. Lamented Guide, I'm an ex-Freemason. Believe me, they're not like that. There you go.
What?
It's a bunch of old guys sitting around talking about charity work.
See, why it's worth looking into, because $400 MSRP.
Okay.
Takes Glock mags.
Okay.
And I'm not the world's greatest Glock fan, but hey, the magazines are everywhere and plentiful. Even fucking Magpul makes them now. You know what I mean?
I'm in my fucking safe.
So there it is. And 9mm, but then what got me really interested is they're introducing beginning of next quarter it in 45 and 10mm. Comes with the brace, so don't have to register for that with the tax stamp for the short-barreled rifle.
That is good.
So that's a pistol in 9, and then soon 45 and 10, and it's a full-on PDW pistol, like no paperwork, access. $500, man, for the 10mm, and it's $400 for the 9.
And it comes with the brace too, so that's like $180 rolled into it. Yep. Send that. I'll look into that when it comes out.
It's getting pretty good goddamn reviews, and I'm like, okay. I mean, it's clearly not AR parts compatible, which is not the best thing, and it doesn't have CZ reliability, but the reviews are showing that it's like, I mean, it's not like it's skipping rounds and stuff. So
But
and Carlos says, "Ew, Glock. Glocks are amazing. Shut up, Canadian."
is
Well,
it fully semi-automatic?
it is fully semi-automatic. So,
Okay.
you know.
Lamented Guide, thank you. Jack's right. That's exactly why I left them. LOL. Talking about the Freemasons just sitting around chatting about charity work. That's what they tell the pledges in real life. They're in the back, making people sad.
I agree with Pincala, by the way. Glocks. Ew.
Shut up, Canadian.
Yeah.
Shut up, Austrian. I'm an American and I like 1911s because, you know.
Your weird obsession with 1911s instead
Are you
of
kidding me?
skin
Are you
Glock.
as opposed to a weird obsession with some German gun? No, thank you.
Don't knock my star.
I got the Glock 17C. That bitch is on point.
Nobody ever gets the compensated ones. Why is that?
I don't know, but it's fucking awesome.
They're harder to
Look, yeah,
conceal.
it's a nice touch. I like that Jack got a Steyr. No one gets a Steyr.
I
I
love
like
that gun, man.
He's doing his own thing. I can appreciate that.
Well, I'm the only person I ever met with a fucking Scorpion.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're popular. They're a little bulky in my mind for what they are, but it's CZ all the way. Like it's built like a tank and rugged, and it's I don't know. Like in a small pistol / submachine gun, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. 9mm always seems like too small of a caliber. I'm just not a big 9mm fan. I don't hate it. I think it's great for what it is. It's just
It always comes down to the situation you think you're going to be in and what you need at the time.
Yep. I own a 1911 two 9mm pistols and the CZ. So obviously I have a little bit of a preference towards 9mm, but I gotta say 45 is fun as fuck to shoot.
Yeah, and 45 is
I mean,
good
don't get
for
me
home
wrong,
defense, but carry it
if you-
around.
Well, yeah, if you want to and there's where I'm so I'm not going to argue about that. If you want a small single stack concealed carry, yeah, go 9mm. There are some fucking great options out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where
that's why I
45,
like
all of a sudden
the
they start getting bigger and bigger and bigger just because of that big old fat cartridge. What are you going to do? You know?
I don't think I have anything concealable besides my 45 to carry.
See, my 45 is too big for concealment, so I carry my 9, and then I carry a 22 as my ankle pistol.
See, Jack thinks a 1911 is a little heavy.
You want to walk around for 8 hours with the 1911 on your hip? You go right ahead. And let me know how your back feels.
I'm just busting balls.
Or my Taurus.
I just never leave my house.
That is honestly the best way to do it.
My Taurus is a fucking. I'm gonna send. Hold on. Let me just give me a minute.
Yeah, the Taurus 1911. It's is it a cheap gun? It's not cheap. It's bang for your buck is the best way to say it. Like it's like the Ruger SR 1911. It's not the greatest gun out there, but goddamn, are you getting a lot of features for that money? You know, so
my buddy got the Taurus Judge, shoots the shotgun shells as well as this rounds. It's a cool concept, but man, I did not like that gun.
What is it? Guys' DMs. I picked this thing up for like $200 a few months ago.
Unholy Reavers, check out the LWRC SMG 45. Yeah, and as soon as I win a local lottery, I'll be right in there. I'd love all kinds of LWRC stuff, but they're a little out of my price range.
Oh, that's classy looking.
Badgerman says, "Monkey, you can't leave your house." Well, that's semantics, man.
Don't tell me what to do.
Well, that's you know. I don't know how to say his name. Revadar or RVADAR? Revadar?
RVADAR. I don't know.
He says Taurus is affordable. That's exactly it. It's big bang for your buck. I mean, you're getting a lot for not much money. It won't be the finest tuned thing ever, but come on, you're getting so much for the money you do pay. You know?
Dom O'Leary says, "You guys still shooting the shit." Get it? Because it's a gun talk.
I you a picture of my Taurus in the DMs.
I don't know shit about guns except I like pulling the trigger and watching shit blow up on the other end. So,
just for the record, we're talking about a 40-ounce gun, Monkey. That's too heavy for Jack. Weighs him down.
That gun, the one I sent, I spent $200 on that.
Well, that's
Really?
pretty good.
I can't make fun of Jack for some 40 ounces being too heavy, man. I'm crippled.
Walk around with it for 8 hours, get in a fight with it on your hip, and let me know how it works out.
I couldn't walk to my door with it on my hip.
You know when I actually noticed it, like it's not, I need a different gun. It's like, holy shit, I need a wider belt. I ran down a set of stairs when I had it on the holster and bounce, damn near pulled my pants down.
Yeah. So,
Oh, shit. RVA Dar says Monkey's right on pronunciation. How the fuck? I got one right, y'all.
Nice.
Monkeys and typewriters.
Non-Vitae Rex asks, thank you for the donation. Ask, how do you guys feel about rubber bullets for home defense?
Waste of time.
Yeah, seems like a good idea, but
If they're up on drugs, they're gonna kill you and then take your gun.
Yeah.
And thank you, John, who asked, what does Jack's husband shoot?
Not much. I'm not the gay or married.
Thanks, you're gay.
Well,
the only thing gay in this conversation is my hair.
I'm just saying that anybody wants to criticize my choice of weaponry has never been in a fight while armed and had to adjust for the weight. Plus, my Steyr has 15 rounds in the clip. So,
The
magazine, whatever.
Well, I was listening to Tucker Tuesday last night, and I was like, "What you said?" You said clip referring to a magazine at some point. You're like, "Oh God, chat's gonna let me have it for that." I know it.
I don't care. See, it's in the common parlance. So if you say magazine, people will think you're literally talking about a magazine. So if you say toss me some ammo, you better tell them a clip because most people are fucking dumb.
This is what I shared in the DMs if the chat wanted to see.
It's like the Beretta patent is up that people can just
Oh dear Christ.
make them now.
Two things. One, guys, don't forget, Monkey in the Morning is brought to you by you. We're going to be moving over to Sinatra's channel here shortly, but you can still support me and the people on the dais if you'd like to. There's links all around, and we appreciate any support you can give. Donald Trump just tweeted out, it has been reported that Robert Mueller is saying that he did not apply an interview for the job of FBI director and get turned down the day before he was wrongfully appointed special counsel. Hope he doesn't say that under oath. In that we have numerous witnesses to the interview, including the Vice President of the United States. Trump, just shut up. Just shut up and take the W, motherfucker.
He is a sore winner.
Oh, for the love of fuck.
You know, I'm kind of upset that that gun picture didn't get the praise it deserved. That's a beautiful fucking gun.
Looks a little too classy for me.
It looks like a Beretta Enox all made fancy. Are you into the not ivory? What's the thing that they use instead
Pearl
of ivory?
handle?
Pearl.
Pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pearl handles on it.
Is it? Nice.
What's
What was
happening on
Patton's line? Is that ivory handles on that grips on that gun? That's for pimps. It's pearl.
Yeah, it's pearl.
Mike asked what's happening on Sinatra stream Mueller stuff. Yes, we'll be watching the what's it called?
The
Testimony?
Testimony hearing. That's what I was looking for. And Poppy earlier said this, and I meant to catch it. Rubber bullets are for cops. Kill a bitch in your house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Pop-Tart's here. Hey, Pop.
Poppy's hardcore. Hello, Poppy.
If they're in your house, they're gonna hurt you.
When I took my CCW class, they're like, shoot him outside and drag him in.
Blood splatters can't be found by anybody. It's fine.
You need ammonia. They used ammonia.
Excuse me, man.
He was a clean freak, and he tried to clean up after himself.
You ever buy a gun, Sinatra Jack, and you kind of mull it over. You look at the options that are out there on the market. You end up buying the gun, and then the more you read, you become more and more satisfied with the decision you made.
No, I do all my research first.
Literally how the CZ Scorpion went.
Really?
Yep.
And the more you read, the more satisfied you are. You got the Scorpion, right?
And then I go to shoot it, and I was just like, ah.
Yeah.
I think I audibly went, oh.
I bought a Remington 700 in 300 blackout, and like there were other options. There was the Ruger American, there was the Savage Axis 2, all chambered in 300 blackout. The 700 was the more expensive of them, but like I'm on Savage's website right now, and I'm just looking at the details of it. And it's like, fuck, I made the right call, and this keeps coming up again and again. Yeah.
Real quick, Zorant Zero says one of the Monkey in the Morning streams recently deleted. Also, good consensual vibe sent out. No, none of them have been deleted recently. They're all in the Monkey in the Morning. What's it called? Playlist. They're.
Thank you, Necrosol. Finally, someone caught it.
What?
The Boondocks
reference.
Ammonia.
I've never watched all of it, so I've only seen bits and pieces as I walked through as my son was watching. And over on the Streamlabs, thank you, RVA Dar. Hashtag Polly get a Streamlabs just because you got the screen name. Oh, thank you. I got the donation because I got the stream name right. I appreciate that. I don't get many of them right, so.
Well, that was intended for me.
No, that was
a little side account for him.
I don't know.
A hashtag for you.
You guys that are dropping money, these guys are like keeping the money that you're intending to be transferred on to me. It's kind of bad.
Just you can
no, that was
oh fuck.
That was specifically because I got the name right. They just
There's my Streamlabs going off.
They threw that in there.
RVA Dar for 2 says just for the gun porn. Thank you.
There you go.
That made me jump. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, it served you right. It's your fucking extra loud stream. You're gonna love this.
Trust me.
Trust me. As long as it's not the atomic explosion, nothing's worse than that.
That one is the best.
Oh, Ted Lieu, shut the fuck up. Hey, Donald Trump, why are you so scared of a second member of Robert Mueller's team? You guys didn't want him up there either.
Oh, Ted Lieu. Fuck. Oh, don't you have things to do for your constituents? Don't you have a job? Don't you have an itinerary for the day?
He wants to be AOC so bad it's pathetic.
Yeah. That's it. I'm a POC. Why can't I? I've been talking bad about Trump long before she was elected.
Why can't I join the squad? Did you see him tweet out the other day? He's like, if anyone ever told my wife to go back, they'd be on the floor. I go, all right, Jackie Chan, calm down.
Chris Saliza just tweeted out, if Trump was truly uninterested in Mueller's testimony and really wasn't planning to watch, he would make zero mention of either Mueller or the hearing in the days leading up to it. Instead, he's done the opposite. Yeah, I don't think anybody believes Trump doesn't care that this is happening. I don't know if he's going to watch it. I doubt he will. He has people who do that for him.
He's probably going to watch it on Fox.
Yeah, most likely. RVA Dar said the donation was for Monkey, but as soon as Polly gets the Streamlabs, he will get donations.
There you go.
If you're making up things that people told you.
People shit. Commie. Polly the commie.
Let's see here.
Okay, can you guys talk for just a second?
Yes, I can. Kingslayer Damocles wasn't the 700 the one that had the trigger recalled like 6 years ago. Indeed, it was. They were the ones that had the triggers that were made between date X and date Y were all open to be recalled for free trigger replacement, and then all the new ones had their new user adjustable trigger in it, like the one I bought. It's still not it's not a bad trigger. It's not as good as Savage's Accu trigger. I kind of want to replace it, but the replacement I want from Timney's like $200, and I don't have $200.
Isn't that funny? You buy a $400 gun, then there's a $200 replacement part. You're like, I don't have that kind of money.
Well, okay. The thing that blows my mind is that people that buy a $1,000 gun and then buy it in 9mm to keep the cost cheap, and then you suggest to them, why don't you reload? Oh, no, I'm not doing that. And it's like, you spend as much money as you've spent on that gun in ammunition costs, but you're not willing to lay out the $300 to get started in reloading so you can reload 9mm for $7 a box.
It's just one more thing I don't have time to do.
What is this called? Reload?
Reloading. You don't know about reloading ammunition?
No.
Like you take your brass, your empty cases.
Oh. I thought it was a service.
No. It's you do it yourself, man. It's a delightful hobby, Jack. You should. It's fun.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't have a place to do this in.
Yeah, I got a little hobby. I got a room that's dedicated to hobbies. I call it the Loadatorium. That's where all the reloading and power tools.
That's what I call my bedroom.
It's right off of his library.
It's next to the Dubatorium.
Yeah,
my library has a number of bookshelves that are broken up between 3 rooms because they all won't fit in one place.
He's got the observatory and the conservatory and the.
Oh man, can you imagine having a conservatory with like the sky high ceilings and the shelves go all the way up where you need one of those ladders with the little rollers on it to get around to get the books on the top? Yeah, I want cool, that. Yeah.
I'd never read them. Blind Press says, anyone here see the trailer for Picard? It looks not bad, but I'm still scared. Blind, I know I'm not supposed to laugh, or maybe I'm allowed to.
You didn't see it either.
Yeah.
It looks no Blind. Bad. Blind. Don't listen to them.
Blind wants to shoot a 1911.
Yeah, and you said I'm obsessed with Agent Pendergast, but Jack, you're jumping the gun here. I was in the middle of a sentence. See what I said there? Jumping the gun. No, I just far. These are far. Blind Press. These people are really down on it, and unnecessarily so. There's no reason they have to be that down on it. It doesn't look that bad. I'm very cautiously optimistic, but still expecting to get burned. But it looks like trash. That's not true, guys. Come on.
Blind says, "Oh, shut up, you two." I can't help it. You set it up. Speaking of set up, Badgerman says, "Monkey has a criplatorium."
What is this, Jack? Do you know about this Agent Pendergast that she mentioned?
Nope. I assume it's from a TV show.
No, books. It might have been a TV show, but it's just Agent Pendergast books. See, I rely on you to know. See, I go to Monkey for the.
I don't read fiction very often.
The 80. No, okay. I'm gonna look.
I don't read. It's against my religion.
Monkey, you know what a popular sport is for cripples, like people in wheelchairs? I mean,
murder ball,
crying,
murder ball, and crying,
suicidal thoughts. I don't know. Help me.
Have you played murder
target
ball?
Shooting, dude?
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Why not?
The jolt.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that'll go down your spine. If you have a backache, don't go shooting.
Well, I mean, you don't need to shoot fucking 300 Winchester Magnums. It's just a lot of fun shooting a 22 rifle, man. A lot of fun.
Yeah,
if you're killing gophers.
Driving down a perfectly nice street puts me in pain, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's things you can get out there and do, is what I'm saying. You shouldn't.
No, I get you, and I said this on a stream not long ago. It's going to hurt me really, really, really bad. But sometime this summer, I'm going to go up to the driving range and just do it at least once more in my life, because I miss golfing. I miss golf so much. And I drive past that fucking golf range every time we go, or that golf course every time we go swimming. And it's just like, I probably will never be able to play a course again, but I'm going to go out there and hit a fucking bucket of balls. And you guys will hear me bitch about it for the next 3 days, but fuck you, I'm going to do it.
You know, I've developed a few ideas on hobbies you could do, Monkey. Bird watching, study of architecture.
Dude, there's a bird outside my window the other day, and if I could have, I'd have strangled the little fucker.
Okay, you could take up shooting birds.
Bird strangling.
Yeah. Maybe while masturbating. I don't know.
No, shooting. I really like to shoot, but that's when I'm not even going to try, because even a small jolt. My friend had a rifle. I forget what kind it was, and looking at it, you're like, oh, that kick's gonna hurt. But it was really just, it was a nice little soft. But even that, I think right now would fuck me all kinds of up. Oh, and Pink Collar, Blind Press, Pink Collar's wife, said that the books that she was talking about was a FBI agent who specializes in bizarre serial murders.
Yeah, I just looked him up here. Aloysius Zingu Leng Pendergast.
Oh, they're written by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child. I know who Douglas Preston is. He wrote the Monster of Florence book. That was really good.
Thank you, Nick. Next 6 minutes, who said it's Lords of the Ghost Poo comic curation stream.
He has a double doctorate in classics and philosophy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so he's unemployed.
But no, he works for the FBI out of Louisiana, it says.
Does he? Does he just say that?
Richo says, how much should we bet the golf club beats you to a pulp? Look, it's going to hurt. You know how you have to move to swing properly? Speaking of that, I love my brother, but when he swings a golf club, he looks retarded.
You want to talk about retarded? The guy's name is Aloysius Zingu Lang Pendergast, and he named his 2 children Tristam and Albin.
Well, there's a history of poor decision making in that family.
They should go work for Harvard. Guys, we need to wrap this up because I need just a little break before we go over to Sinatra's place. Sinatra, you got your link handy?
I do.
All right. So, chat, guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. We're going to be going over to Sinatra's stream for the Mueller hearing here in just a few minutes. We'll be there at what, 8:30 we're doing it?
Yep, we'll hit the
Start
button
time.
at 8:30ish.
There you go. So make sure you guys come watch it. Thank you so much for the donations, both to me and the guys on the days. Can I tell you how much I appreciate you supporting the channel completely, including subscribing to these guys if you haven't already, because they do great content. Sinatra, what content would you like to highlight for these nice folks?
I put a creepypasta out last night, and I'll have another one out tonight.
That is on his Creepsin, CREEPSIN channel. Make sure you check that out. Polly, anything you'd like to shill?
Oh, well, Stargazer just put up the link to my channel right there as I was about to. Thank you again, Stargazer. And it's, what, Tuesday? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. Yeah, we got a comic book curations live stream tonight over on my channel. Link right there. We're Jack and Quizzer and myself talking about all things comic book related. And yeah, we were talking about Phase 4 of the MCU and
Girl Thor.
yeah, man, I'm honestly thinking of like let's do the most positive show we've ever done. Let's talk about the negative shit like 5 minutes, and then like just talk about comics we love for the next 2 hours.
They're gonna be mad as hell tonight. Y'all need to tune into this one.
It'll be the ranty episode. Yeah.
Yeah. We're thinking of not inviting Quiz, just so you know his heart and all. It's kind of like, oh, dude, I sent you the link. I don't know what happened, man. I just... yeah. So yeah, check it out over on my channel. It's a good time.
Wait, nuts! It's your son's birthday today. Give me a name before we end. Jack, anything you'd like to pimp out?
I'm gonna be on Polly's channel. There's a link to my recent video. That's it.
All right, and tonight
At
is.
some point, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Before I do mine, go ahead.
At some point, Polly said he'll have me on to talk about Dragon Ball, but still never happened. So,
well, he also said he'd come on your show.
Yeah, you're supposed to have me on your Ghost Poo podcast. What happened there?
yeah, what happened there?
All right. Sorry. Even if I'd already ended the show, we'd come back just to do this. Andrew, it's your birthday. And around here, I like to torture the audience with things like this. And this one is yours. And a 1 and a 2. Happy
birthday
to you.
Shabbat.
Happy
birthday
to you.
This is not a
Shabbat,
gift.
Shabbat.
This is a curse.
Happy birthday, dear Andrew.
Shabbat.
Happy birthday to you.
This is the one gift you wish you could return.
Andrew, I hope you have a wonderful 18th and enjoy it. Be safe out there.
Now you're an adult. Get out.
Damn it. Now we have another one. Matt's Network says it's my birthday too. I'm excited. Well, Matt's, love you back, Nuts. You're a sweetheart. Matt's, this one is for you. Hang on. I just sang. I got to give my voice a rest here, didn't I? And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Name thief.
Shabbat.
Happy birthday to you.
Shabbat.
I'm calling the cops.
Happy birthday, dear Matt's Network.
You dirty thief, you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great one. With that, guys, tonight we are going to be on my channel, 9 p.m. Eastern time for Lords of the Night. No game stream, but we are going over to Sinatra's channel right after this. We'll be over there about 8:30. So come over and check it out. We'll be going over the Mueller testimony. So hope to see you there.
Oh yeah, really quick. There's a link to Blind Press's channel. Go check it out. She puts up daily content. It's awesome. Talks about Star Trek and stuff. It rocks.
This is the longest outro ever.
No,
you were right to do that. You're right to do that. Chat, guys, thank you for coming. Sinatra, Polly, Jack, thank you guys for joining me. Everybody, have a wonderful Wednesday. Come watch
Why
us
did
on
you mention Jack twice?
Didn't I say Sinatra? Oh, what did I do?
You said Jack, Sinatra, Polly, and Jack.
Well, Jack was here first.
He's got enough personality for two men.
Have a good day. We'll see you next time.